Thank you so much for you again to find the time to talk with people. Yeah, maybe last time I didn't ask, like when you decide to change your life. First time I think to go from Ukraine to Moscow, and then after Moscow to Europe.
To move to the West.
West. Maybe talk about Moscow to West. What happened?
No, because I think everybody, lots of people know, but of course, people who doesn't know, I will tell. Because I was very happy and very lucky to be with the Moscow Classical Ballet Company. And of course, I was being taken to the position of the principal dancer. What is very rare happened that, you know, normally it's a promotion, but I was being taken for the position of the principal dancer for the Moscow Classical Ballet. Of course, the choreographers and directors, Natalia Kasatkin and Vladimir Vasilyov, they make a choreography for me. They put me in the different principal roles. But of course, I don't have experience so much. And I was learning a lot because, you know, they gave me all the major prima ballerina from the company with whom I was dancing at that time. And I danced a lot. I danced all the classical repertoire. I went to the competition. I have gold medal from the national ballet competition and the international ballet competition in Moscow. Then I get the prize of Serge Defar. But you know, for the artist, it's very important to grow. And then I was being in California. I was guesting in California. And like every December you do Nutcracker because, you know, I'm United States, always December is Nutcracker. Every small region, all small cities, they have a Nutcracker. And of course I did like maybe 27 or 30 Nutcrackers. Like they invite me, it's a guest of Los Angeles Classical Ballet. The artistic director was David Wilcox. And I stay with a wonderful family with Janet Eggers. It's very good, also like my sort of American family when I was always stay there. And it was been in December. And then I wake up during the night, completely sweat. And I was thinking, if I go back to Russia, my life will be exactly the same. Why? Maybe I cannot try to work a little bit in the West. Then I wake her up and I said, you know, what to do? And she said, I don't know anything. I cannot decide. You must talk to your mama. Of course, I called my mother from the United States. Of course, at that time, it was 30 years ago. It was very, very, very expensive to call. But I said, I will be very fast. And I called and I talked to my mother. And I said, what do you think if I will not come back? And she said, do it what is better for your career. And I said, then I'm not coming back. But I didn't have a job. Yeah, of course, I went to do audition. And that time, in 91, to the New York City Ballet and American Ballet Theaters, but didn't have. They said, "Oh, it's very nice, but we don't have at the moment places. Yeah, we will call you and we will talk to you." But you know, I went to Europe because, you know, Marcia Heide invited me to do the 3 performances of Sleeping Beauty by her choreography. And of course, with Russian passports, it was been very difficult to get the German visa. Of course, I missed 1 performance, and then I went to Stuttgart. I did 2 performances, and I'm employee without job.
Wow.
Then, of course, I was staying with the director of the Gianfranco School, Alex Ursuliak, in the family, learning language, helping little bit school, and doing my lessons and helping, you know, dancing like different programs like Apollo, choreography by Renato Zanella, and then I did also Love Song by William Forsythe. It's with the school because I need to do something. And of course, Alex Ursuliak, he tried to give me something to do, and a little bit of Baya there. Then it was this program, Nijinsky program, when I did Spectre de la Rose, Les Sylphides, and Narcisse. And I was without job. Then suddenly I get a telephone call from Vienna Staatsoper, and they asked me if I would like to do premiere of Romeo and Juliet by Krakow. I said, of course I would like to do. Yeah. Then I take the tape, I learn whole ballet, and of course the duets, it's very difficult, you know, it's very hard. Balcon, and then it's bedroom. Then I took the biggest Juliet from Stuttgart ballet at that time, heaviest one, you know, and I was very weak, you know, still young, and this is already the ballerina who was, and I did all the lift, all the pas de deux, like this. Of course, when I come to Vienna, they give me this Svetlana Kuznetsova, also was a Russian girl who was been invited by Elena Chernyshova at that time. She invited me. And when I come to the studio, people said, oh, we will teach you. I said, I'll know everything, all the entrance, all the pas de deux, and then everybody was. After I have a success in Vienna Staatsoper from Romeo and Juliet, and then they offer me immediately the contract of the principal dancer. This is how my international West career it started.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Why I asked it, just because I think this story can help many dancers and young dancers, you know, even you just, you know, decided and then you went to West without even audition starting. Of course, you had everything, you know, talent from, okay, God, everything, body, technique, artistry. But to decide to, you know, leave the country where you studied and where you danced and your language, you know, to go to new place, you know, this not so many people can do. And even like now, especially now, I think it's more difficult situation because of Corona, because of everything, and to get a job. But this your story.
But then my story starts to continue. Some days a lot more interesting.
Tell me something.
You know, like, but you know, it's like we will not have enough time to talk about different things. Maybe I will, for the next program, I will continue how my life changed from Vienna to, and then I went to different directions, you know, like this.
What is after Vienna?
Huh? Now, Vienna, it was a beautiful place because, you know,
Vienna.
After 2 years to be in Vienna, you know, I get the Austrian citizenship. It was a present from the president. You know, I was the third person who get this present from the president. First was Rudolf Nureyev. Second one, it was very famous opera singer Giurov. And I was the third one who get, for the very short time, immediately the Austrian citizen. You know, this is what changed my life at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's make my life more difficult because when I became an Austrian, all the Austrian must go to the army. Yes, and sometimes during the, you know, before the performance, they bring me a letter. You know, 5 minutes before the performance, you know, I pick up the letter, and then Mr. Malakhov, you need to go tomorrow to the, in the morning to the military to check out this. This was horrible, you know. Yeah, can you imagine immediately how your feeling was when you opened the letter 5 minutes before the Swan Lake or Giselle, because you try to concentrate and suddenly this horrible letter comes. Of course, I go next day to the military with the friends. I called and I said, you know, what to do? He said, don't worry, everything will be good. We have people who will because lots of dancers, Austrian, they went to the military and then they back to the company. But can you imagine to be 2 years in the military and then come back and study again ballet?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And
Yeah,
it's so important age, you know, like this.
But actually, I was at this age when I need to join the military. But,
yeah, important for ballet also, this age, you know, for a few years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Walk 2 years in the boots and then after 2 years to put ballet shoes and stay in the first position. I think it was not possible. You know, it's happening couple of times, 3 times it was happened. And then they postponed more age and more age and more age, you know. Then I was like, then they said, okay, now you don't need to go to military because you are not young enough to be military. I said, thanks God, okay, good for me. I will concentrate more for the ballet. Yeah, because it's happening. Because I come in the morning and the young boys, they already shaved, bald. Yeah, they stay in underwear and like this. I was like, when I see this, it's safe, and you know, it was horrible. You know, that's why I said no. Yeah. Wow. But of course, also what is very nice, you know, I have only in Austria. This is the New Year's concert by Vienna Philharmonic, and I have this the possibility because I was been a long time there. I was doing this New Year's concert in different palaces, with different choreographers, with different conductors, with different designers who create the different costumes. This is also, it's, sometimes they film, yeah, before, during the summer, you know, in different palaces, but sometimes it's live.
Yeah.
You know, and after to celebrate the New Year's, yeah, next day at 9 o'clock in the morning with the eyes like this, you need to come to the different palace, yeah. There's already the camera, everything is there, and you need to do makeup, and you're sitting like this with the hot towel, and you need to do live, like, like nothing, you didn't celebrate. And this was been very hard for me to do live concert. And one time, it was happening, it was like a nightmare. We have rehearsal like every day rehearsal, and we have this beautiful palace, you know. And then it's like I'm coming to this palace, and I close the door, and then second time I need to go out of the door, and some of the workers close the door. Close the door from outside. That's why I went like this, and I tried to open it. It was closed. Then I went out during the live broadcast.
Run, crazy.
I took the opener. Then I went back. Already music, and I opened the door, and I already coming out like like this.
It happened.
Yeah, it's horrible. I thought I don't know what to do. You know, I was there preparing myself, and and door was closed. I went around, I went back, and it was long way to go like this through the columns, but thanks God the camera was taken. They said to me, okay, open. I opened, ran back, and this is Vladimir, your music open, and then
live.
Yeah, it was live during the New Year's concert. Yeah, it was the first time of like nightmare for me.
My gosh,
I didn't know that they closed, because during the rehearsal they never closed the door. And now they close. I don't understand why.
Special security.
It's not special security. It's just somebody closed the door.
Oh my gosh.
Some people.
So did you dance in New Year this Kara? Few times, because I saw
many.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9 of the New Year's concert, yeah.
Because every year they also show in the world, you know, in Japan or in Europe, and then they will show like sometimes like old films, like old movie, just together, you know, and but it must be a few years ago. It should be,
I did many New Year's concerts, but yeah, I need to count because I don't know exactly. Or it's better I will ask my friends who was living in Vienna how many New Year's concert I danced.
And you also did the choreography, and then thank you so much. I could see this wonderful boats that you did. You know?
Opera ball. Yeah.
Yes, opera ball.
This is the first time. It was a big celebration. I don't know what is the numbers to celebrate the opera ball, and Dominique Maillet was the ex-intendant of the Vienna Staatsoper. He invited me, and Manuel Legri was also, he invited me because they talked together, and they said, you know, that I was a long time been in Vienna Staatsoper before, that, you know, maybe for this celebration, Vladimir Malakhov can do the choreography. Of course, it's for me the first time. I was dancing a lot in the different opera balls or philharmonica balls, yeah. But I never did the choreography, and it was wonderful because in that time it was very special ball, with also with Placido Domingo, yeah. And he was conducting there. And it was been very nice and beautiful.
Yeah, because like I saw you choreographing so quick, fast, and then you know exactly what you want. Like, especially because it's big place, you know the place where to put and then to look beautiful from, like, you know, from up, from side, and from. It was amazing.
Because, you know, I have lots of music for the walls. But then the problem started because the Vienna Philharmonic doesn't want to play this, and it's not interesting for them to play this. It was a little bit also complicated. And then suddenly they agree this, because it was too long, and this is too short, and this is we don't like, and this is nothing interesting, you know, because they're spoiled. You know, all the big orchestra, big conductor, they're spoiled. And then, like, dancers, the big dancers also spoiled sometimes, you know. That's why, you know, finally I found the music and they agree, and I was like, okay, thank you very much. And I started to do choreography. I have my idea because they said, use the principal dancer, use the solist, you need to use the children also. Oh, and how many children, how many dancers? Of course, I try to create something for the children, for the, then, you know, for the corps de ballet, how they come, because in the very short way where the debutants people stay, you need to feed the whole company, like lots of people, plus the children, plus the principal, and not to go out a little bit more, not to go out a little bit less, because the camera is already everywhere. It was hard work.
Yes, I can believe.
TV is always very complicated to work with. You cannot go this, you cannot go here, only turn the head here and then look there. But it was fun. For me, it was great, and it was a wonderful opportunity.